Good morning, friends. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Today, we are being joined by my special guest, Aminah Hanan, who's coming to us instead of her lifetime of Chicago winters. She's coming to us from San Miguel de Allende in central Mexico. So, we're going to be talking to her today about what life is like in Mexico and some other things. So, good morning. Good morning. Hey, if you're watching this live, make sure you say good morning in the comments. If you're watching this on the replay, let me know you were here. Let the world know you were here. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead, press the button, and give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumb. You know you're going to like it. You know if you're here, we're going to talk. We're going to meander a bit. We're going to go. But first, we're going to talk about what life is like in Mexico for Aminah, who moved in October?
November.
What is time? What is time? All right. Good morning to the members who are here in my comments. Nichelle, Cheryl, Olayinka. Good morning to everybody else. All right. So your experience, Aminah, I'm supposed to be introducing her, y'all. She sent me a paragraph as a bio. We talked about this a minute ago. It's long. She says it's not long. It's long. But I'm gonna do this anyway. Aminah is a soul-centered strategist helping Black women and men align their lives with what they truly want. Hi. Rest of her bio is in the description. This year, Aminah got temporary residency in Mexico in April, rented a home there in June, and moved with her husband and 2 cats and 16 suitcases to San Miguel, Mexico in November. See, it's right there in the bio. I don't know these things. This was all made possible by Exodus ASAP and the support which she received from her family and community in Chicago. For those of you that don't know, Aminah is one of our community managers inside of Exodus ASAP. So some of you see her face all the time. She has been a very wonderful and integral part of the Exodus community for 3 years, 4 years, years. What is years? I don't know. But she finally made her exodus in November, so I thought we would talk about that. Yes, winning the workplace. Is that K? Is K your old? I've been trying to remember what your old things are when I see your new names. Anyway, 16 suitcases, 2 cats, a husband. Creative Flavor says, Hola, here in Guanajuato. Been here a month. So Guanajuato is really close to San Miguel, all in central Mexico. Yes. It is K. All right. Okay, friends. Aminah, what is your first thing you want to tell us about your new life, your new winter life? Let's start there.
It's great. The day after we left, Chicago got record snow for November. It set a record. And I was kind of procrastinating, dragging my feet, trying to get up out of there. I was taking my time. And I'm so glad that we were able to get out when we got out because I wouldn't want to be there for all that snow. And it's just cold there. And it's not like it's sunny, like it's not like a beach life here in San Miguel, but compared to Chicago, this is like a walk in the park.
Okay. So what are you wearing most days?
Most days, I'm wearing my day jammers. I wear like black cotton. I wear sandals. Even though people here have on like coats and boots, I'm wearing sandals because it's not Chicago cold.
When you say people here, do you mean Mexicans or other foreigners?
Mexicans. They're wearing like, we went to immigration and my immigration lady had on like a zip up bubble coat and like boots. And we were like in like a shirt and
yes. So that's my experience here in Mexico City too. Also in central Mexico, is that one time I was in the subway and I was like, can I take my shirt off? It's hot. And this was not a hot flash. This was just like, I was in Tacubaya. And if you know Mexico City subway, you know it's a huge, you're way underground. It's one of the biggest, it's a huge station, whatever. It's hot. It's a place where 3 lines transfer. So it's people-y. I was like, my God, it's hot. Everybody,
Mm-hmm.
I saw the earmuffs, the coat, and I was like, our perception of the weather is very, very different. But also, I don't know if it's the same in San Miguel, but here in Mexico City, I know some people leave their home really, really early, like 4 a.m. when it's legitimately cold,
Yeah, when
and
it's
don't get
cool.
back
Yeah.
till after dark was legitimately cold. But they be wearing that coat all day long, like it's not cold, like it's not hot. I'm like, okay. So yes, that is one of the clear. You could always kind of tell if someone's from here or not by their winter wardrobe. Just a little bit, especially the workers. Um, all right, so you're wearing light day jamas, sandals. You've been here for
It's been a month.
it's been a
It's
month,
been a month. Mm-hmm.
1 month. Um, you when did you know you wanted to move to San Miguel?
Okay, so I went down with the Exodus Caravan in April to get I got 4 years of temporary residency, and I
With
came back home.
Exit in Baja California.
Yes, when we were in Baja, California. So I
Yes.
got my 4 years temporary residency there, and I kind of was my place, but some political stuff started happening down there, and I was still trying to figure out if it was my place or not. So once I got residency in Mexico, I was like, okay, Mexico's going to be my place. I was like, but where? Where am I going to go? And so I just kept thinking, like, where am I going to go? Where am I going to go? So one day I got a call from one of my ex's ASAP sisters, Angela, health coach for the culture. And she was just like, girl, I rented this great house. And, oh, hey, Angela. I rented this great house. And I was like, oh, really? And I was listening. I was like, oh, I want some of that. I want some of that. So I was like, girl, I was like, I'm coming down there. I'm gonna try to, And I just flew down. Another ASAP sister, Diane, went with me, and we saw Angela's house. I was like, we stayed at Casa, and I was like, this is beautiful. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do San Miguel because it's a soft landing. People are here. I was like, the community's great, so I'm just gonna do this. So we got a realtor and just started looking for apartments, and I found an apartment back in June. I rented it, and it I underestimated how long it was going to take me to get stuff out of my place, but after renting it since June, I finally arrived in November.
Okay. I have seen Angela's house. So when I saw Angela's house, I was like, can I get a house here? Like, what y'all talking about? Beautiful. So I totally understand how that got you. Now you said that you underestimated how long it would get you to move down because you rented the house in June, but you didn't move down until November. I want to talk about what that process was like and what took you so long. Um, but I also want to know where were you have a husband apparently,
Mm-hmm.
and he didn't come down with you on that trip when you rented a house. So when he got on board, what was the process like of getting him on board, and what decisions did he make?
Okay. Um, I have always been the kind of person that's just like popping around, just like doing stuff. So we've been
Mhm.
married 25 years. So he's used to like the popping around, like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this. So he's used to that. So when I first told him that I was like, oh, we're gonna move abroad. I was like, I want to move abroad. And at first he was kind of like, yeah, okay, like this just one of them things that's gonna pass, whatever. And then, once I started like packing, once I got residency, once I started like, I'm gonna make a list of things to sell, he just kind of got on board. It was like, okay, we're doing this. And he's tired. So he was like, okay, this makes sense. So he got on board. And when I came down, my nephew had just got out of school. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna take my nephew with me so he can go because he had never been to Mexico. And I was like, I'm gonna take my nephew with me. We're gonna go down here. We're gonna find this place. And so my husband was like, okay. So he stayed home with the cats. And I came down. I found a place, and he was just like, I sent him a video, and I was working with the realtor before I came down, and he sent me a picture of the place where we are now. And my husband's
Mhm.
like, oh, I like. He was like, I like this house. If this is decent, let's try to get this one. So it was like one of the first ones that I saw when I was with the realtor. And I was like, oh, okay, it's decent. We'll take it. And the landlord was nice and everything just worked out.
Okay. So you just told him you two were moving, and he was like, all right.
Yeah, he's like, all right.
Is he from Chicago originally?
We're both Chicago. Yep, both from Chicago.
Okay, so there was no pushback, like I'm gonna miss my family and none of.
Because that's the thing about it. It's just like, you see your family when you see them. I saw my family more than when he saw his family. And it's just like when you move away, people start saying more about coming to visit you. So since we've been here, it's like, oh, I'm gonna come and visit. I'm gonna come and visit. I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna come down. So it's like, okay. And it's just,
Okay.
It's Mexico. We didn't move like 5,000. No, I'm taking it back. We didn't move 10,000 miles away. So.
Okay, so I often like to talk to women about how they get their husbands on board. But it doesn't sound like that was a thing with you. You were just like, this is what we're doing.
You just start packing. I tell women, I say, if you're serious and it's something that you want to do, start packing. If that man want to be with you, he want to be in the house with you, he coming.
So that's how to get him on board, is just start packing.
Yeah, you just start doing what you got to do, and they see you moving, and they be like, okay. And if they want to be with you and be in a relationship with you, they're gonna pack and they're gonna come. And it's like, if it doesn't work out, you can always go back home. If you don't like it, you can always. Because the first week I got here, I was like,
all right, I'm gonna get back to what made you make that face.
okay.
But first, let's talk. Well, no, let's do that now. What was it like your first week?
The first week, when I came, when I initially saw the house, I loved the house. I loved the layout of the house. I loved the community that I was in. I loved the amenities, the neighborhood, everything. But when I got here, it was like, girl, like, you actually moved to Mexico. Like, you left it. I moved from a neighborhood where I grew up in that neighborhood. Like, that, my family's, that's where I'm from. Chicago was like a character in my life. And the closer I got to coming down here, I started kind of like shutting down. Like, I don't think I really want to go. Like, why am I moving? Like, I love Chicago. I love being here. And it was my husband who just started kind of pushing me, like, okay, we gotta go. We gotta go. Like, you're procrastinating. I see us being here another winter. We gotta. If we're gonna do this, let's do it. So the first week when I got here, I was just kind of like, this house too big. I don't want to be here. It's not home. I was kind of like, girl, like, San Miguel, like, where's your stuff? Like, I started thinking, like, comparing it to like home. And then, like, my husband was like, well, look, we're gonna be here. We're gonna appreciate the home that we're in. We can always move. Let's not be ungrateful. And let's kind of dig in. And so that's when I started, like, starting to kind of feel like, okay, I can do this. And it took me like a long time to find a housekeeper. That was another thing that kind of made me mad, but things started to get on track. So.
Okay. And because I see everything that happens on the internet, for all of y'all, I see everything y'all do on the internet. I know you got your housekeeper as a referral from a friend, which is, or someone in a community. So that's often the best way to find something like that, or find the resources, is to get referrals. And you have not.
I got a referral from a sister in the community, and that lady came in here and she basically told me she was gonna run this rag around this house, and eventually my house would get clean. And I was like, girl, I can do that myself. Man. So I got another referral, and I had like a crew come in, because it's like a 4-bedroom house. So I was like, I had a crew come in, and like 6 people came in and just like bottom to top, just and knocked it out.
Okay. And that went well.
Yes. That's what I'm working with from now on.
Good. Okay, so you have not been shy about using community to figure out the things you need. How has community building I'm talking about online. How has community building in person been?
Because we've only been here a month, and I said I was going to give myself like some time to like decompress and like adjust. I've just been like talking to sisters on the phone, like chatting in WhatsApp. Eventually, I know I'm gonna have to come outside because it's like it's always something going on. So I'm like, I was trying to give myself a month to like get my house together. I'm just taking naps, just trying just like to calm down, like just relax and just get used to being here, walking around the community, you know. So that's what I've been doing. But before December is over with, there'll be a meetup. There'll be some dinners. There'll be some trips to the market with people, you know. So I know all those things are coming. I'm just enjoying just like relaxing for a minute.
Okay. Yeah. I think often we think that when we move to a new place, we're gonna jump straight in, but like you need to you did a big thing, right? You need to decompress, and sometimes just you're America exhausted, right? America exhausted, and you need a little sleep.
Yeah, and I gotta kind of like not like get rid of my situational awareness, but kind of shave it down a little bit. I was in the pet store the other day, and you know, this lady came up and I was at the register. You know, when I'm at home, nobody walks up to you when you at the register like that's your space. You're doing your transaction. And she started sitting her stuff on the counter. And I looked at that lady, and she looked at me, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just putting my stuff right here." And I was like, "Oh, girl, you gotta calm down. Like, you gotta kind of dial it back."
Chicago popped out real quick.
Yeah, I just looked at her like, and she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." She started apologizing, and I was just like, "Oh Lord," I was like, "I gotta go home and take a nap."
Okay, all right. Has anyone in the community met your husband?
Look, I think her name is Keisha in real life. I think she uses another name. Her and her mom, they met us at the consulate. Because I'm using she referred me to the facilitator for our reunification for him. So we met at the consulate. Yeah.
Okay. See, there's a theory. There's a very widely held theory on this here internet, and widely held might just be two people, but a very widely held a theory on the internet that man don't exist. It's not personal.
He does. He's upstairs.
We
He's
asked her.
sleeping.
She's been working with us for years. We asked to see a photo of them when we were together on her phone, and she was like, "I ain't got no photos. You married to this man for 25 years, and you ain't got no photos of him?"
I have photos of him. I don't have photos of us probably of us together. Like I have.
Did you show us a photo though when we asked to see a photo?
No, probably not.
You did. See, so there's a theory that she's talking about a man. Stephanie thinks it's a cat. I just think I'm not even saying he doesn't exist. I'm saying that until somebody else meets him and confirms in the comments or somewhere, maybe a figment of her imagination.
Okay, Angela, you gotta come through. You gotta meet my husband so you could tell vouch for me that I have a husband.
Angela, go, because you guys are live close to each other, right? Please go meet that man.
It's not a cat. I couldn't fly down with 3 cats on the airplane by myself. You're not an airlines
woman. Speaking of which, you are sharing an Exodus ASAP next week on the 23rd. Your travels with your pets. So how you manage
costs, planes, and passports. I'm doing a peer-to-peer session at Exodus ASAP. We're going to talk
planes and passports.
Mm-hmm.
In the evening.
It says 7.
23rd.
It says 7 or 8 Eastern time.
Oh, so listen, the ladies are saying a cat will see you packing and hop in the bag, so that tracks.
Somebody else said he's agreeable. So, Angela, not you throwing me under the bus, Angela.
Never heard him in the back. They live down the street from each other. She ain't never seen that man. I'm not saying she'd have to ask him to get on board. You know, he's in her head.
Okay.
One day. If I come to San Miguel and I do not meet your husband, I will for real tell everyone from the internet that you're just making up this man.
I'm gonna put one of my cats in the bed.
For 25 years, she's just been making up a man. Because crazy. All right, so enough of that. Enough of those shenanigans. All right, so you rented the house when you rented the house in June, I know some of these answers already because I would be in Aminah's phone like, what do you do? What's happening? What are you doing? Whenever we had a meeting, girl, what is your plan? Anyhow, tell the people, when you rented the house in June, when did you think you were going to move to San Miguel?
August. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna be ready in August. I'm gonna be done. Yep.
And then it was September, and then it was October, and then it was November.
And it was almost December and maybe January because I was just like,
Okay, all right. So what happened between June and August? What was the cause of the delays?
At one point, I was like, oh, I'm gonna ship a bunch of stuff down. And then I was like, I don't really want all that stuff anymore. I want to pare down. I want to be a minimalist. And then it was like, okay, started selling stuff, started giving stuff away, donating stuff, junking stuff. It was like, that was no good. And I was just like, it's taking way longer than what I thought it was going to take. It was just so much stuff. That's, it's a long, that's a long time to be in a place. And it was just like, okay. And then like 2 weeks before we left, I just started shutting down. I was just like, if it happened, it happened. I'm happy here. It don't matter. And that's when my husband kicked in and, got the community together and like started like literally like coming into the house, like picking things up, taking things out. Because I was just like, I'm over it. I'm done.
Okay. I made a video for day 4 of Vlogmas. And in that video, that some of y'all should be watching, I said that decluttering your home is going to be the longest step in the process. Was that your longest step?
That was the longest step in the process. Yeah.
Once you have made the decision to go, the longest step is decluttering, right? Because even if you think it's going to be saving money, it's not, right? Because you still have stuff. It's not like you can declutter as you go, but at the end, you're still going to have a bed, right? A desk, maybe a TV to get rid of. That stuff is still going to be there at the end. For, I would say, 95% of the people, it's the longest step.
And like Stephanie says, you have to account for every single item. Like when you're thinking about it, you're only thinking about the big stuff. Like, I can sell this bed, or I can get so I can give my sister my TV. I can do, but you have to account for every single thing. And it's so, you just be like, why did I buy all that? Why did I buy that? And you start like looking back and be like, that was a waste of money. Like, and those are the things you start thinking. And for me, it just became overwhelming. I was just like,
Okay. So if your husband hadn't stepped in, what, you just would have been there in January, maybe next June, still sitting there with stuff?
I probably wouldn't have moved. I probably would still be, like I said, I like Chicago. I probably would have just been sitting there. I'd have been in my house working, because I work from home. I'd have been in my house. Well, I had quit my job, but I'd have been in my house, working. I would have, because my old manager keeps emailing me or keeps like messaging me like, do you want to come back? Do you want to come back? I probably would have been like, okay, I'm gonna come back, do a temp thing there. I just would have been in Chicago.
Okay. All right. So, but you're not, because your husband was like, we said we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it. All right. And then you had your community come in and kind of just take stuff, right?
Yep. Just take stuff. Just get it out of here. Let's go.
Okay. When you moved down, was your home furnished?
It was partially furnished. I'm not going to talk about it.
I know what that look is. I know exactly what that look is.
She's a nice lady. I'm not going to talk about her furniture, but some of the things I had to have moved out.
Was a lot of it really heavy wood stuff?
No, it was just ugly stuff. Like, it's kind of like it's like an Art Deco type. Like,
that's rare.
Yeah, it is. I kept the couches just because I didn't feel like buying a couch. But I think the couches that we have, you know how you go in hotels and it's like hotel furniture, it's like real sturdy and it's like doesn't move, but it's supportive. It feels like we're sitting on like hotel lobby furniture, but it's
I got an unfurnished place on purpose. I'll just say that.
That's my next step. My next
Yeah.
step is going to be unfurnished. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of places, when I was looking at places, a lot of the places had really ugly, for me, furniture, or really uncomfortable furniture, or ugly and uncomfortable, which lots of like dark, heavy woods.
Yeah. When I came down, I went to the furniture place that Michelle and Angela referred me to, and I picked out some stuff. So hopefully, I'll have some pieces, some new pieces.
Okay. And that furniture is owned by a Black woman and her
Yes.
Mexican husband.
Yes.
They make furniture.
Yes,
Awesome.
they make custom pieces.
Custom pieces. Okay. All right. I've been meaning to check them out, but just the idea of getting, if possible, it's only a 4-hour drive. Getting furniture from San Miguel to Mexico City feels like a lot. And I don't also need furniture right now. But when I move into my,
they can make it happen. I'm sure.
I know. I don't need anything. I need less things in my home right now. So, okay. Okay. Gail Flower says, I started decluttering intentionally to move towards minimalism in 2019 and didn't complete the process until they held off my car July 23rd, 2025. The next day I boarded a plane to Mexico. Yes. Abba, who rented the place down here, said my furniture was dark, old, and ugly. Yes. Okay, so not to talk bad about people's furniture, but your place is partially furnished. You moved some stuff out. You got some of your own stuff moved in. Let's talk about these 16 suitcases.
Okay.
What was in them?
I bought linens. I bought my personal toiletries that I need. Not a lot of clothes, not a lot of shoes, because I was just like, I want to do things. Like my important documents, things that I use like for work, like my laptops, additional screens, keyboard, stuff like that. Some planner stuff. What else?
How many suitcases of planner stuff was there?
I got it down to one.
Oh.
And that was it. I just had like linens, like my personal toiletries, a few household things. I still don't know how I got 16 suitcases on that plane. I don't know how that was allowed to happen.
I don't know either, but we don't talk about that in a minute. How many of those suitcases were your husband's?
I want to say 5.
Okay.
5.
All right. Okay. All right. Now, for those of you that don't know, there are specific times of the year where the airlines flying between U.S. and Mexico will limit the number of suitcases you can bring. I don't know the exact times. It's probably around Christmas, maybe around like Holy Week. I don't know the exact times, but I know that there are times where most airlines would be like, you get 2, maybe 3 suitcases and that's for nothing else. So you came down at a good time because you didn't have that limitation. But how much did 16 suitcases cost you?
I think it was like $1,000. But I looked at it, I was like, if I were moving in the city, it would cost me way more than $1,000 to have movers come in. So that's the way I looked at that budget. I was like, this is, I'm moving, so I'm gonna have to pay some costs for moving.
Okay, I would have expected it to be more than that.
That's well, when I got there, I had additional suitcases, and they didn't charge.
Additional suitcases?
I paid for
over what you booked.
Yeah, for what I booked, and somewhere overnight, I ended up getting a couple more suitcases. But when I got there, the guys at the counter were like, "Don't worry about it. We're not going to charge you." And then I had a backpack, and I had a bunch of stuff going on. I was just like a zombie at this point. And they weighed my luggage, and when they took it off, I started adding stuff to the luggage they already weighed, and they were just like, just leave it alone.
Okay.
It all worked out.
Okay. All right. Now, you mentioned you were a zombie. You have said you've said that the process of like getting to the plane was like the worst part of the move.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Are you comfortable sharing any of that?
It was just, it wasn't because anything was going on, because everything was planned. We had the van, you know, my sister and my nephews were there to like help us like get everything together. Everything was, you know, was like planned. My cats were ready. It was just like, I was just sad.
Oh,
Like,
I thought it was a logistics thing. It was just your sadness. Not just, but like it was.
I was just sad, and I was just kind of like, you know, oh, you know, and like leaving the city. I was just like, so yeah, so that's what it was, and it was just like, it just seemed like I had just like so much stuff, even though I wasn't like carrying the 16 suitcases. And then I started thinking, I was like, man, I really like reduced my life to like 16 suitcases. I started thinking like that, and
Okay.
that's, you know, yeah.
Okay. Stephanie wants to know if you brought any small appliances with you.
Mm-mm. Like kitchen appliances, because when I came down, I went to Costco. They have all that stuff there, so I was like, I'm not gonna bring appliances.
What airline did you fly into?
United.
I'm sorry, what airport did you fly into?
Oh, O'Hare, which I hate O'Hare Airport.
Into here.
Oh, I flew into Querétaro.
You flew into Querétaro. Okay. Did customs in Querétaro say anything to you about them suitcases?
When I got there, they there's a man and a woman. They put all our stuff on these two carts, two little pulley things, and they ran it through the X-ray. And I felt bad because they made like all these people wait while they were going through our stuff. It was like a line.
So they went through they opened the suitcases?
No, they opened the suitcases after they went through the X-ray.
Yes.
And they had like one guy checking, and he called over somebody to help him, and they just looking. And the other guy he called over was like just like touching stuff. He wasn't really looking.
Uh-huh.
And then the other guy was like, "Are you moving to Mexico?" And I was like, "Yes." And he takes his phone out and he shows me Mensaje de Casa. He said, "You're supposed to do Mensaje de Casa." And again, I'm gonna go back to Angela. This is her fault. For some reason, she put a message, or when I asked about Mensaje de Casa in for the Heartbeat app, the new X's Summit platform, I read her comment to say, "Just show up with your stuff," but she was talking about moving down with stuff.
Yeah.
But I interpreted it differently.
Mensaje de Casa. So you didn't understand the process.
No, I knew the process. I just didn't do it. And
Okay.
I didn't want to go to the counselor. And so that's how I interpreted her message. And so he was and I told him, I lied. I said, my counselor at home told me I didn't have to do that. So he ended up like charging me like a nominal fee to get my stuff.
Okay.
So it just all worked out.
Okay. So for those of you that don't know, once you get residency in Mexico, you can move down with your household goods without paying a customs fee. It has to be, I think, within the first 6 months of your move, and you need to do a form that outlines like I think everything you're bringing down. But Aminah was like, "What if I just showed up?"
Angela said, "Ma'am, I answered the question correctly." You answered it correctly, but it was my interpretation. I read it the way I wanted it to, what I wanted it to.
Okay, yeah. Creative Flavor says QR went through all my bags. If I show up with more than, I can sometimes get by with 3 suitcases if one of them are small. But if I show up with more than 3 suitcases, they are going to go through everything and look for stuff.
When I go back home and come back, because I'm going to go back in the spring, I'm going to have some stuff shipped down, and then I'm going, because I have some stuff in my sister's house if I decide I still want it. And then I'll probably, come through with like 2 or 3 suitcases. We'll see.
Okay. 2 or 3, usually they don't do nothing. At least in Mexico City. Okay, so now that you brought down the 16 suitcases, are you Do you think you brought the things you needed, or did you bring some things you didn't need? Looking at it
Yeah,
now.
I think I have everything. I think I bought what I needed. Um, yeah, because since we've been here, I know I had to buy household items and stuff, but I know it's not to do that. But like personal stuff, I haven't had to buy any personal things, and I'm glad that I did bring my linens, and I'm glad that I did do that.
Okay. All right. Ross saying vacuum seal your stuff. They won't break the seal.
I was going to do that, but I figured that would raise suspicion. If I vacuum sealed like a bunch of stuff, I figured they would make them suspicious. So I just packed. I put all my toiletries in the middle because I figured they would just check around on the sides, and that's pretty much what they did. They checked the sides, but then he popped something open in the middle of one of them, and he saw like all my soap and stuff, and he was like, "What you doing?" Probably saw like my 5 iPhones and was like, "Girl," because I have like old iPhones, so he's probably like,
Okay. Yes.
So,
Yes. Okay. All right. Good to know. Good to know your experience at Querétaro Airport and that you've been to the Costco. Do you have your Mexican membership, or are you still using your US one?
I can still use my US one. I think my US one expires this month, so I have to I probably just renew it online. I haven't been to Costco yet.
Oh, okay.
I went when I was visiting. I haven't been since I've been here because I want to get settled and try to buy as much local stuff as I can, and then I'll go to Costco because I'll just be in there grabbing stuff.
I was on the Mexican one. The regular individual membership is like $30 a month, and the executive membership a year. The executive membership 60. I know it's a lot more. What? Yes, girl. And you can use it anywhere. I'll be in Canada using my Mexican Costco membership.
Okay.
Use it anywhere in the world, it costs a lot less. So when it expires, all of y'all, if your Costco expires, re-up it in Mexico. It's a lot cheaper.
Thank you. I'll do that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I was looking at something yesterday on the site, and I was like, "Is that how much I paid for my membership?" Yeah, that is. Okay, so you are down here. You're chilling. You are wearing your day jamas to go to the markets and do the things. You didn't do the menaje de casa properly, but you survived, right? No big deal. No big deal. What is something that you learned along the way that you think other people should know?
Oh, this is dealing with my house again.
Uh-huh.
I can tell that my landlord never lived in this house, and she finally told me that she never lived in this house. I can tell because you know how when you live in a house, like you'll do like certain little touches, like certain little things. I could tell this was like strictly like an income property for her. Like this was like an Airbnb. So that's one thing I would say. I would say, and it's okay because it's just a landing spot. We don't have to stay here. I would just say, like, when you're looking for a home, like, look for like those little personal touches. Like, is the garden together? If there is the rooftop together. These are things that are important to me. And just start decluttering. The minute that you decide that this is something that you may want to do, start decluttering immediately. Like, don't wait.
Okay. Did you say you have a rooftop?
We have a rooftop, and then we have like a little courtyard thingy in the back. That's off the living room with like the sliding doors.
Yeah. All right, Exodus, meet up at Aminah's house.
It's a nice house. It's a nice house.
All right.
We have 2 pools. It's a nice little community.
Did you say 2 pools?
Mm-hmm. There's an adult pool and then there's a family pool.
Y'all, okay, so we're gonna have to rewind that because she's obviously lying to us. Do you mean like in the community?
Girl, in the community, not in my house. Why would I need 2 pools in my house? I wouldn't even.
Okay, that's what confused me very much. Okay, so you have community. Okay, so this is what I didn't realize. You are in like a
Privada.
Gated a what?
So it's Privada.
Privada. Okay, so like a condo community, basically, but not. Yeah, okay,
It's house.
Yes. Okay, I thought you said you had 2. I was like, 2 pools at the house. What
I
are
don't even want one pool in my house. I'm not taking care of no pool.
you? What are
I'm
you
not
doing?
taking care of no pool. Mm-mm.
What are
My
you
realtor tried to
doing?
show me a house with a pool, and I was like, no, sir, no, thank you. Mm-mm.
No, no. Okay, so um, the rooftop is the community rooftop, or do you and your home have like a rooftop?
The home has a rooftop. Every home in this community has like a rooftop. Everybody.
Okay, so that's where the Exodus Summit meetup shall be. I have decided I'm gonna throw it in the Heartbeat app and be
You
like,
have to
Amina's
give,
gonna be.
you have to give me a chance to finish getting my house together. I have things I have to do.
We just need to see the roof. We don't need to see it, just the rooftop.
There's nothing up there. There's like one little table. I gotta set it up.
We'll each bring a chair. Don't worry. We're gonna work it out, girl. Text me your address. We're good. Text me
Okay.
your address and then leave the key somewhere. Leave the key with Angela. Angela can follow directions and read things.
I will leave it with security because this security here is something else. They something else, girl.
Yeah.
They something else. So yeah.
Yeah.
I can always tell when somebody in the neighborhood that doesn't know that the blacks live here. I can tell when they call security because we'll be like walking around and security just show up. And I guess they'll be like, oh, I know them. I'm like, hey, hola.
Okay. So let's talk about people in your neighborhood calling security because the blacks there.
Mm-hmm.
Are these locals?
Mm-mm.
It's the people you were trying to leave behind when you moved to Mexico?
Yeah, there are locals here. Like my landlord is she's local. She lives in Celaya. She's from here. And
but
then,
she's not in the
mm-mm.
I'm saying people who are calling the
Yeah,
security.
and it's not on the street that we live because most of the people who live on our street are Mexicans. And
Uh-huh.
when we go to the little courtyard, there's they have like a little area with like a waterfall. It's like a statue of the Virgin Mary. It's like really nice. Like they have like all this little walking path. It's really nice. We were over there the other day, and I was like, a security showed up, and he was like, "Hey," I was like, "They call security." I was like, somebody was like, "These people over here walking," and then it's like you can kind of tell. It's funny to me though, but that's why they live over there.
Okay, but it's not locals that you think of.
No, the locals, everybody's been nice so far. Even security is nice. So
they don't leave that behind.
no, because they just like, what are these people over here walking? Like they don't know. We ain't never seen these. Like you could possibly know and see everybody in here. And then like when they're driving past, they'll be just looking at you and looking. And I just wave. It's weird, but it's okay because we don't live on the same block with them. So.
Okay. All right. It's you talked about having to leave parts of who you are behind, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like kind of sensitivity to like situational awareness. They don't leave being the police behind. Like they gotta.
Mm-hmm. You know they police the world, girl. They're the world police.
Woo. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I know that the home you're in right now isn't your forever home. So have you thought about what you're looking for next? And is what you're looking for next in San Miguel?
Yeah, I was thinking about Querétaro, but Keisha made a good point. She said that you want to feel like you're in Mexico. And I like the community in San Miguel. We're learning our way around. We have like our favorite drivers. So it's like, I don't want to lose that. I don't want to have to go and start over. I want to, ride this out, for a minute. So there's in Black and SMA, there is a sister, she's from Chicago, East Chicago, Indiana. And she's a realtor here. We met her and her husband. They had an open house in this community yesterday. And so she was like, I'll help you find a place that is like the same space that you have there, but it'll be more condensed. I still think I want to live in a gated community because it's like I have to stay out of those SMA groups with the 8 by 11 people because they will have you like scared out of your mind. They have like all, it's like there's this one group and they just have show people just like jumping the fence to break in. And I'm just like, this all y'all do is just like post these videos of people jumping the fence stealing y'all flower pots. And it's just like, so I think I kind of want to for a minute stay in the gated community. So, but I want to be just a little bit closer to Central.
Okay. Because where you are right now isn't very walkable, right?
Mm-hmm. It's not walkable. We're still, they don't allow buses in Los Freitas, so
Oh,
we have
yeah.
to. Yeah, they don't allow. I found out that they don't allow. But the good thing is we met the chauffeur. He told me I called him a bus driver. He corrected me, said he was the chauffeur for the community. He drives the community van, and he told
Oh,
me whenever we want to go into Central, just text him and WhatsApp, and he'll come and pick us up and take us and bring us back.
I didn't realize. Okay, so is that community van for Los Freitas or for your
No,
specific community?
it's for the community, right? But
Okay.
yeah, but they don't let city buses come back here. I don't know if it's because of the cobblestone. I don't know.
That cobblestone is wearing me out, girl.
Yeah, I know. It's a mess. It's a mess.
It's wearing me out.
I'm getting
Okay.
used to it. Getting used to it.
Okay. All right. I think I'm never there long enough to get used to it. So it's always a shock on the system when I do that. All right. So you talked about Querétaro and you brought up a good point that I think people don't think about this when they think about Querétaro. They're like, oh, it's close, whatever. But it's like a whole different world.
Mm-hmm.
You agree?
I agree.
So tell us more about how you experience Querétaro, what you think about it, and why it's not a place you want to move right now.
It's merely because, like I said, it's just merely just maybe a little bit of laziness. Like I don't want to start over.
Okay.
I don't want to like, okay, who's here? Who do I know that's here? Let me try to meet some new people. Let me try to figure out who my driver. The good thing is that our handyman lives in Querétaro because he came in and did some work. He's there, but I like the community. I like that I can WhatsApp and be like, hey, can you send me this driver? We want him to pick us up. I like that I know where the markets are. I like that I know where my favorite little stores are. Like I like that, I like that. And even it's so crazy. We were in a little organic market in town, and there was a black guy from New Jersey. He was there with his wife, and he started talking to my husband. And I guess people heard the conversation. We just moved down. People would come out the store. They'd be like, "Oh, welcome, welcome, welcome." I was like, "Oh, this is so cute." So yeah, so I like that feeling. I want to kind of keep some of that for
a while. Okay. My feeling about Querétaro is that it's so huge and spread out that I say this is someone who lives in a huge and spread out city, but like every neighborhood is walkable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like every neighborhood has a grocery store you can walk to, a thing you can walk to. Querétaro just seems like a suburban car centered city.
It is, and everyone's saying that you have to have a car. I don't want a car right now. I'll eventually get one. When my Spanish gets better and I move to like a smaller town, a smaller place, then I'll get a car. And that's another thing. I'm like, if I move, I want it to be where it's like super, super more affordable. Like I don't just want to move someplace just to go, just because it's close to like the stores that I like.
Okay. All right. So you want to move to a smaller town eventually?
Eventually. Down. This is where my mind is now. It may change, but later on, we may move someplace smaller. And maybe not. We'll just see.
All right. Angela said she did a real estate tour once in Querétaro, and once she hit traffic, she had DC flashbacks and was ready to go. Mm-hmm. If you live in an American suburb and want a really, really soft landing, Querétaro can be that, right? Because I think a lot of it is like there are more American brands in Querétaro than any other place I've seen. What's that purple gym?
Oh,
I
Planet
know.
Fitness.
Yes, I saw Planet Fitness the other day, and I was like, uh, "There's an HEB. There's one at
Mhm.
I think I saw Planet Fitness in Kentucky. I'm
There's a
pretty sure. Yeah,
Walmart, there's a Costco, HEB. They have a lot. They have a
Walmarts and Costco's are in a lot of cities, but the smaller stuff too. I was taking photos like this brand is here, this brand is here. That's crazy.
Well, that's.
Um,
I think that's because they have a lot of foreigners who live there and work there, and they say,
yes,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, but I think that it's like a cycle. Like they have the brands because the foreigners work there, and because they have the brands, it's easier for foreigners to land there and
Mhm.
feel like it's easy. Like it's an easy place to be.
But
Um,
being in San Miguel, like I have like those things delivered. Like I know Costco delivers. There are people who will, that have like services, like their business to go there and shop and bring things. I'd rather do that than move there right now.
there, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, it's just a matter of preference, right? Like, do you want to be in the mix? Do you want to drive? I know that our friends Angela and Lamar live in Querétaro and they love the driving and the like living there. Beautiful house. Every house they've had has been beautiful in Querétaro because there's a lot of choices because Querétaro is a city that's always expanding, right? Like there's always new housing stock. Um, San Miguel can expand, but not if you want to be close to Centro, right? Like if you want to be close to Centro, what they've got is what they've got.
And I worry about San Miguel. Like even when I talk to some of the locals, like, and I know they've been talking about the airport for years, but if it ever comes, I think about like what what's it going to look like for them to build the infrastructure to support that airport and
Hmm.
to support the people with the water shortages, with the just with the infrastructure. I wonder, and that's probably when we will leave if we have to and go to a smaller place because I'm just like I don't I think that would be crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of more of it in the back in the day when America made sense, or like you could you could be like, okay, this is racist, but I see what they're doing, right? Like, okay, like this thing they're building, I see why they're doing it here and ignoring whatever, right? Now I don't. I've given up on it making any sense. Um, but in Mexico, for me, there are more things where I'm like, I can't figure out what's going on here. And I think some of that is just not having the historical knowledge, but
Mhm.
sometimes it's very much like, why would y'all be doing? I don't understand. Why would y'all be doing this, right? Like it just seems like from everything you hear, it's kind of like this don't make all the sense I think it should,
And
as
it's so
far as like the building improvement decisions, etc. Yeah.
as an outsider, I'm looking like there's so many other things y'all could be doing, but as I'm an outsider, so I can't, I keep that, you know, I just be like, there's
I
other
see them
things.
spending money on the World Cup already to like do things for the world, not like to build the infrastructure they need, but like, baby, our metro tracks be leaning to the side. Like we could,
Yeah, yeah.
there's other things you could spend money on than like marketing or
Yeah.
like promotion for the World Cup. These people don't come and they're gonna buy the tickets. You don't need to
And
market for it,
they're
right?
gonna
Like,
leave. Yeah. Then they gonna leave. They gonna leave.
and then they're
But
gonna leave.
but even with that said, there are so many like little things that I notice, like even just from like traveling back and forth from Mexico, that are like that are like 10,000 times better than the U.S. I
Mhm.
love
Like
the
what?
way, I love the way that they like make jobs for their people. Like I love that. Like when you go to the store, and this is something so small, but it's like there are people who are like actually working in the parking lot who work for the store and they're helping you and they're doing like I like that. Like I like the attendants at the gas stations when I do rent a car. I like, it's like, and I guess that's when you live in a homogenous society and it's not really racism and whatever. It's kind of different. Well, there's much racism. It's kind of different, And I like that they do things like that for their people. And that it's kind of I was talking to someone about dating, and this gonna sound crazy. Y'all don't throw tomatoes at me. they were talking about how hard it is to date in certain countries. And I was like, why? And they were like, oh, because they don't make as much money as us. And I was like, do they make enough money to live in the country that they live in where you are? And they were like, yeah. I was like, well then I don't see the problem. If they got money for that country, what's the problem? Are you trying to live in America with this person? Or are you trying to live there with that person?
I get you,
I ain't
but
dated in
also
months.
you've been married for 25 years, girl. So uh, I get you, but also, there's a difference between like living in the country and living the lifestyle you want to live in the country, right? And if you dating someone who can't live the lifestyle you want to live in the country, I can see that being really challenging, right? They can live, right? But if their living is a multi-generational home that they've lived in all their life, that they're living with their abuela and their, you know what I mean? And like, are you going to spend the night there?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I feel
Right,
like the
like
balance is maybe you can make it work. I don't know. It's just me. I don't know. Like I said, I ain't been dating. I haven't dated
Angela
since.
said you ain't been dating, keep your mouth closed. We got these. I don't tell you how to be married to that cat. Come on now.
I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like, when are you trying to live with this person? But okay, you're right. I didn't think about the multi-generation.
But no, like for real, like a lot of in our parks in Mexico City, and you see it in San Miguel as well, but less because it's a little bit, San Miguel's a little bit more traditional, a little bit more conservative, I'll say. Because whatever park you are at is in front of a church. It's San Miguel. You are in front of a church. But our parks here, people making out, grandmas, grandpas, 13-year-olds, everybody is making out in the park because they don't have any privacy at home, right? And so if I dated someone who lived in a situation like that, they would always have to be always in my home, or we'd have to be in a park. And that may not be ideal for some of us, right? That may not be the ideal situation. Socioeconomics matter while dating. But yes, I think that that does not mean that you can't date someone. It just means that it can, like I went to the Jazz Fest last weekend and the tickets were about $50 a person. If the minimum wage per day is $12, right? Like either I have to buy the tickets, and I'm dating someone who makes minimum wage or not much more than that. I have to buy the Jazz Fest tickets for both of us every time I want to go out, or we don't go to the Jazz Fest.
Yeah.
Right.
And I guess I also didn't take into consideration that the people who don't make minimum wage, they're probably already coupled.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
they're probably already coupled.
If you'll see that especially the wealthier ones, it's really hard. Like if they're not coupled, they are in a social circle that is very hard to crack open, right? Because they're not letting this stranger from this poverty country come and be one of their, like, get into the social circle. You're a poor, right? Like it's just like the socioeconomics are just because of the very broad disparity between the have and the have-nots in Mexico. Like you'll just see that either people have money or they don't, and the ones that have money are hard to get next to, and the ones that don't. Anyhow, all that to say,
somebody said that he could pay the water bill.
He can pay the water bill. He can pay the water bill. But if water is all we have, and we ain't had no place to stay, what we got going on? I'm not moving in with your abuela.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
I'm not doing it.
And it depends on what you're dating for. Are you dating for just to go out and have fun? Are you dating for a serious reason? Or are you dating just to have somebody just to practice the language with? There's a lot of reasons why people date. That has to be taken into consideration too.
Yeah. I hadn't thought about dating just to practice the language. I'm not putting on pants for that. Right? Like, I'm not. But I do know that some people do that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we got distracted by the dating talk because the married woman had something to say.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
No, but like there are. It can be a challenge here. So Dara says, I'm retired and living leisurely, but he works 3 jobs when we see each other. Right? It's a lifestyle thing.
Yeah, like I said, I was thinking about like not the minimum wage workers, but then that's my US mind, like thinking like, oh, not everybody makes, but if that man is here and he's making a certain amount of money, he's either, like you said, in a social circle or he's already coupled with somebody else.
Already coupled with a couple of somebody else. Could also be it. I told y'all I was on, I'll never forget, I was on a city bus. Abuelo was in front of me. Had to be like at least 72. But he was, I think, coming from wearing a blazer, whatever. Had his phone open in front of me. He was swiping right on everybody on Tinder. And then he was in the WhatsApp. He was in WhatsApp in multiple windows with Susan, Sharon, Vicky, Joanne, all of them. Wow. Mi amor, this and that, this and that. And I'm like, how you got the, I don't have the energy for this. You got the energy to be on WhatsApp juggling women while you're on Tinder swiping right on every.
Some people have too much time on their hands.
You can't just one isn't enough at your ripe old age. One? I said, you know what? Okay. I know you didn't iron that shirt this morning, so I know you got one at home already. So what we doing? What we got going on?
The internet opens up a lot. It opens up a lot.
Listen. All right, so we sidebarred a bit on dating. Okay, so what are your goals for being in San Miguel right now?
Right now, my goals, I'm turning into more of a short-term goal person. So my short-term goal right now is just to rest, to learn the city a little bit more, and just to eat some good food. That's like my short-term goal.
Okay.
So ask me again in 4 months, and we'll see where I am in 4 months.
All right. Now, what is the favorite thing that you've done in San Miguel, whether it is while you've lived there or while you've been visiting?
My favorite thing, it's going to sound so basic, guys. My favorite thing is just going to the market right now. Like I'm enjoying that.
Which market is your favorite? Is it the Tuesday market?
I go to the Tuesday market, and then there's like little neighborhood markets that I go to. So just like going to the markets and just like seeing what they have and just like talking to the people. I like to cook, so like just going and seeing what they have, seeing what's in season. That's what I'm enjoying right
now. Have you found any difference while cooking? Have you found any differences between there and Chicago?
I haven't started baking yet because I'm still afraid of the altitude, the difference. So I know that that's another reason why I said Querétaro. I don't want to live there, but it's important because some of the ingredients, they have that stuff there that I haven't seen here. Like a lot of the different flours, like the butter here is, I haven't seen like the standard butter that I would use at home. I would try it and see how it works out. Also, yeah, Costco.
Costco's the cheat codes for the American, not the American things, but like things like that. Like I get Kerrygold butter at Costco.
Yeah, I like Kerrygold
right?
butter.
All right.
And baking here, the bakeries here are very different. Even when I go to the Mexican bakeries back home, I guess because it's in America, it's like way more sugar is being used, way more butter is being used. When I get things here, I'm like, oh, this is so underwhelming. Why am I chewing this?
So is it? I have found personally that Mexicans are really good at Mexican things, but non-Mexican things, like someone was the other day was like, I got Madeleines from 3 places and I didn't like any of them, and I was like, why are you getting Madeleines in Mexico? Like, girl, she was like, I didn't like the way any of them tasted, and I was like, well, let's start with your first mistake. Why are you chasing a good Madeline in Mexico?
Yeah.
What? Right? I think that can be a challenge. If you she also did the same thing. It felt like there wasn't enough butter and sugar. Like it didn't have the same kind of thing.
And it'll be so pretty, and you just be like, oh, it's so pretty. They got all this pretty stuff. And you be like, this is cornbread. Man, why'd you decorate this cornbread?
I don't have that experience, but I don't know if it's because I don't eat like baked goods enough. But have I told you about that cake? There's a cake. I'm gonna send you to the bakery.
Okay.
Last time I was in town, I find it. Now I'm not gonna say it's the best cake you've ever had. I think it's the best cake I've ever had.
Okay.
I showed up. I picked up the cake to take to Querétaro, to Angela and Lamar, and people who live in San Miguel was like, I know what that is in that box. Give it up. And I was like, y'all live here. You guys live here.
Okay, I gotta try this cake.
Someone does not live. I don't remember the name of the bakery or the name of the thingy, but Stephanie will swear by the cake. Everybody who's had it who I know was like, that's the one.
Try this cake.
So when I come for the meetup, I need you to pick me up a cake in it. Because when I show up on the weekends, they don't have it. So I need you to pick it up ahead of time. A cake, I don't eat gluten, but it's like that is the gluten I reserve a near-death experience for.
Okay. So it must be really good.
It's really good, and I can never find it when I'm coming to town anymore.
Okay, I'm gonna try it.
Stephanie said 100%. I think we got it once at Michelle's. She served at Casa Elm. And then we bought 2 more that week while we were in town. Anyway, listen, I should not be talking about this because I can't even tell you what the name of the bakery is off the top of my head. But there's a cake. We're gonna work it out.
I have to get the cake.
What I love, speaking of like desserts, is that I will go into restaurants here, and if I do order something like a chocolate cake, I'm like, I know exactly which Costco cake this is. I was in Costco on Sunday this week. I was in Costco, and I saw a woman walking out with 8 of the big chocolate. I've seen it in the market at San Miguel, being sold by the slice. So right in Mexico City, I saw someone walking out with like somewhere between 8 and 10 of the cakes, and then other types of like cheesecakes and things. And I'm like, you're taking it directly to the restaurant and selling it as your own. Because I've gotten it in restaurants here. And I'm like, because the baking can be challenging. The baking can be not good. You use that tried and true resource. Costco cake. That's a chocolate cake.
I was like, somebody could probably make a lot of money if they baked here. Like, they could probably make a nice little chunk of change.
I don't know for the demand.
I mean, just from experts, not from you.
Yeah, I think it would have to be. Conchas are the best. Conchas. I like a concha, but a concha is not. Oh, look at her husband. He showed up. I've actually never seen your cat before either.
You've never seen my cat before as much as he pops up in ASAP. He pops up all the time.
Conchas are good, but then they're also lacking something for me. What do you think, Aminah?
Yeah, it's all like I say, it all be lacking. I was so excited. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to the bakery, like the Mexican bakery at home, baby. No.
No.
Her husband.
Some of the stuff, yes, hit, and then some stuff you're like, I could have had a V8.
Yeah, we bought some. There's a market in our community. We bought a little lemon cake thing, and I was like, okay, let's try it. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try this lemon cake and see how it is. I was like, we'll be eating this with the soup I'm making because it's like, it's bread.
Eating it with what?
We're gonna eat it with the soup that I'm making for dinner because it's bread. It's like corn. It's like a little lemon tinged bread. It's not a cake.
All right. Kat says there are some really good bakeries in SMA and some really meh ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah. Okay, so we've talked baked goods and husbands and cat husbands. The Exodus meetup does not have a date, right?
No, we don't have a date yet. It's gonna be sometime in December. There's another Exodus sister who's she's coming here from Panama, I think. Her and her husband, and we're gonna have a meetup.
Oh, will the husbands be invited to this meetup?
She was saying that we could do it with the ladies first, and then later on we could bring in the husbands. It's gonna be in December. We may do one in January. I don't know. I feel like I anticipate myself doing a meetup every month here because there's always somebody coming in and people are messaging me like, oh, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here. So if you don't make it to the December one, and if you make it, whenever you make it, just send me a DM. And we can make it happen.
I think so. The last time
I didn't know I was on the download. I'm sorry.
She said January. Because I was about to say, we're halfway through December and the holidays are around the corner. So you keep saying December, and I'm like,
I'm still in November. I'm still in November.
We're in December. There's only like 2 weeks to December left, girl. What are you talking about?
It's gonna be in January, y'all. I had one last month. It was like 5 of us there. It was nice.
So I think her husband came to the last meetup when I was in town. There were men there.
Okay.
So you can bring. I give you permission as the co-founder of Exodus Summit to bring whoever you want to bring to the meetup. Aminah.
Okay. Thank you.
And yes, Reggie can come too. To the meetup, but I'm not planning. I'm just gonna show up with my chair. It'll be this rooftop. Okay. All right. So meetup in January.
That means I got 2 bathrooms I gotta get together. I gotta make pretty. Okay.
The meetup does not have to be. There's so many beautiful rooftops in San Miguel. Just pick a roof. Or
I thought you were gonna have it here. Okay, so not having it.
I was joking. I don't make labor for other people. I was joking about that.
Okay.
I might want to come to the rooftop and sit down, but I'm not saying you need to invite like 30 strangers to your home. That's not what I'm joking.
Security will be like, wait a minute.
I find that security is either really strict, or when they know you have a situation like that, they're like, it's another black going up. I showed up to an event the other day, and I said to the security guard, I'm here to see, and he was like, yeah, apartment. He just told me the apartment number. And I was like, I could be here to see a Mexican person. He was like,
security here is ridiculous. I had a driver come pick us up. Why he take a picture of that man's ID back and front and a picture of him in the car and send it to me in WhatsApp. I was like, I do not need all this man's information like this. Like, why are you sending me this?
So I think it's a remnant of one, like we live in unsafe places, which I was talking about this the other day with someone in Mexico City, how Mexico used to be a lot less safe. Mexico City used to be a lot less safe than it is. And some people who've been here their whole lives haven't adjusted to the fact that it's not as dangerous as it used to be. Right? Like it's not as bad. And so they're still in that like high alert. It's unsafe for me to do all of these things. But also I think that they think we're soft as tissue paper, right? Like a lot of times, like, oh, it's a foreigner. I was having that conversation with someone. People, I live just off of a main road, just half a mile from a main road. And I've had multiple Uber drivers while driving down the main road be like, your side of the street is cool, but don't go to the other side of the street. And I'm like, it's the other side of, if I could be on this side of the street, what they got going on the other side, like just the idea that like, you're not from around here, you don't belong over there. And when I went over there, it was just tacos and churches and people minding their business. Because of course I went over to the other side of the street.
Because if it's just right across the street, what's to keep them from coming to the other side? Like, what's the
if it's so dangerous over there, why am I okay over here? But it is the like, I think that place, that area used to have more crime, and I'm a foreigner, so I am either like going to be seen as a prime victim or I can't handle myself. And I'm like, once again, very Black, right? Like the situational awareness is there. So I do find that a lot with security, where it feels like they're adjusting for both of those things, right? Like, ooh, it's dangerous, and ooh, it's dangerous, and you not from around here, might don't make it. And it's like, I'll be okay.
I think I'm gonna be all right.
Right. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Thank you. So you feel safe in San Miguel?
Yeah, I feel safe. It's like when you move into a new house, you're getting used to like the sounds. And it's the sounds, and just like we have neighbors who like they're like really into like slamming their doors, and then so now I'm used to it. Like I'm used to certain sounds.
Okay. All right. I went to stalk the townhouse that I want the other day, and it was so quiet over there. I was like, meant to be. I'll make this happen.
That's one of the reasons why I'm like, I don't know if I want to. I'm gonna see. I don't know if I want to move yet because it is quiet, and we're kind of far from the train, so it's kind of like we're close. I can still hear the horn, but it's not like super loud.
Okay. Where is the train?
It's closer to Casa Elm, I think. But there's because I mean we were driving over there when I was down looking for the house, and we came across it. But there's a train, and it doesn't. It just seems like it's just all. It seems like it doesn't have a schedule. Like at home, I can like the trains. I'm like, oh, on time. It seems like it's just never. And it's just like a loud horn.
Okay. All right. We need a commuter train. Spend our money on that, please. We used to have a commuter train back in the day. Oh.
I'm not gonna tell these people what they need because I don't want them to come in the comments and be like, y'all got commuter trains at home.
That's unlikely to happen on a video like this. I did see on my commercial train route that passes not far from the house, I saw a train car that was built for humans, not produce. And I was like, I would like to know what's going on here. But somebody died, something. Not in the train. They got hit by the train. So I don't know if that's actually going to happen. Anyhow, we are off track as usual. Why did you? No, back it up a second. What does your husband like most about San Miguel?
I think for him, it's gonna sound so basic. I think for him, for right now, it is first it was the cost of living, and now he loves the rooftop. Like he's up there every day on the rooftop, every day.
And y'all ain't got no furniture up there yet?
I mean, it's like a little table up there and a chair that came with the house. I told you my lady didn't live here, so she didn't. There's like no real garden. There's like no decoration, no lights up there. It's just like the little table with the umbrella underneath the little eaves, the little thing that hangs over, a bathroom up there, and a grill, and that's it.
Okay, so tell your husband in January I'm gonna join him on the rooftop, pet him a little bit. If he ever watches this video, sorry, sir. It's just an ongoing joke.
He knows. I always
My bad. Okay, so I like that like it's peaceful and like you guys are getting accustomed to it. What is something that either one of you doesn't like about San Miguel?
For me, I just don't like that I'm so far away from the main road. I want to be like a little bit closer because I would like to take the bus sometimes. I would like to walk more places. So if I could pick up parts of the house and like move it closer to the road, I would.
So just the road that goes past the
what is it, Salaya, the main highway. I want to be closer to there, and I want to be a little bit further down, like by like a little bit closer to La Comer and City Market and Petco. Like if I could be just like a little bit further down there, I would be perfect.
Okay, yeah, that sounds nice.
But it'll probably be way noisier than what it is here. So
probably a little bit. What is that what he would say that he didn't like, or is there something else?
For him, I don't think that for right now, I don't think there's anything that he doesn't like. He hasn't said anything. So, I'm way more vocal with like, oh, I don't want this, I don't want that. So
okay. What do you miss about Chicago right now?
Oh, the familiarity, of course, the food, the people. It's so much. It's so much. But my thing is I know that this is never going to be like, it's home, but it's not going to be home, right now. So we'll see how things develop. But I know that I have to let go of it. Just like the convenience.
Do you see yourself moving back to Chicago?
We'll see. It depends. It just depends on a lot of different factors. It just depends on what happens in Chicago, what happens, because Chicago is a very segregated city, and I've always like lived in like my little black enclave, and it was like it was nice, it was safe, it was cool. But you always had the threat of gentrification, but it would always get snatched back because the economy would fail. So things would change. But now it's just looking different. So we just have to wait and see what happens with the city, wait and see what happens with the country, and just wait and see what happens.
Okay.
There's so many different factors. And right now I'm just like, I just want to decompress. I love the fact that I can be here and I can work on my business, work on different projects. I just in the quiet. So you want to appreciate this time for now.
All right. Tell us about your business.
Well, I have one that I'm sunsetting because I don't necessarily want to do that anymore, and that's part of what I do at Exodus ASAP and with Exodus Summit. Like helping, like doing like administrative tasks and things like that. So I'm kind of sunsetting that. I have Exodus ASAP, and I have one other client that I kind of have fired. So that's there. And then I'm moving more back into.
Stephanie, is this how we find out that
No,
we are
I'm not leaving Exodus ASAP. I'm just saying
fired?
you guys are going to be like my only client for that and my half client because I can't seem to get rid of him. So you guys are my client for that.
You get a new house. Now you don't know nobody no more.
No, I actually enjoy what I do with Exodus ASAP. I love the community. I love the connection. I love helping people and stuff. So I love doing that. I look forward to that every week. I'm moving more back into just like doing like more coaching. For years, I've done like readings and like one-on-one sessions with clients, face to face. So I'm moving more of that online, and I'm gonna mix in some move abroad stuff with that, but not a lot because if that's what people want, I can help with that. But I always think about the people who are like not ready for that yet, and they're always like, "What about me? Like, how do I prepare?" Because there are some people that are like, "Yes, I hear this. I want to move. I'm gonna join Exodus ASAP. I'm coming to the summit. I'm doing." And then there are some people who are like, "I can never do that. I would love to think about how I could do it, but I can never do that." And then there are some people who are just never going to. So I kind of want to work with people with that as far as like, helping them like align their lives with not just their purpose, but just like their passions too and things that they want to do. So. Oh, thank you for.
Oh, Sunrise PNW is in Exodus ASAP. And Aminah has been a godsend for her. So thank you, Aminah. We're always really grateful that you're in the community and you are so generous with your time. And I'm going to drop a link to Exodus ASAP if you are not in there yet. But what I was going to say, this month we're doing, can't type and talk. This month we're doing the Peace Out Protocol Challenge to help you make progress in all 8 steps of your Peace Out Protocol. And the next month we're doing the Get Your Next 3 Clients Challenge. So if you're someone like Aminah who has a business and needs clients, that will help you get clients for your business. If you run an online business where you can prospect, I guess, for clients online. That wasn't the best way to put it, but I got a lot of words circling in my brain right now.
Well, Get Your Next 3 Clients Challenge is the reason how I came into the Exodus Summit universe as far as working with you guys.
What was that?
Get Your Next 3 Clients Challenge. That's how that's what led me to working with Exodus Summit with you and Stephanie and the team. Yeah.
Okay. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that loop. Look at the looping like it's supposed to. So yeah, we're doing the Get Your Next 3 Clients Challenge starting in January. But a minute ago, did you say you do readings for people?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I've been doing it since I was like 19, maybe like 18, 19 years old. I do readings. Yeah. And I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. I've always done it like face to face. When I was living in Chicago recently, and I would go and I would contract. I would work in Apothecary, and they would have what they would call, I think it was called Soul Sunday Sanctuary or something like that. And I would go and I would do readings for people. Because I'm a nurse, I have this whole thing about like identifying like emotionally like where things are in your body. So I would do things like that. I would do oracle card readings. I would do Reiki sessions, and I enjoy it. It's really fun. But I also wanted to bring more of that like online as an online component so I could have more time to do it and embrace more people. So yeah, I do tarot too. I do Reiki sessions. I do like a whole thing. I have some offerings coming up that I can talk about that too. But yeah.
Okay, I did not know this.
You didn't know that? I thought you knew that.
Out here, unread and everything. Okay. All right. So that is part of the business that you want to grow?
Yes, I want to grow it more. Like I said, there are some people who are like, I want to move abroad. That's what they want to do. They see us doing it. they don't see it for themselves. And sometimes it's just like they have like blocks. And so, can I help you move through the block and identify and like help you get a plan so that when you are ready, you can say, okay, I can join Exodus ASAP. I can go to Exodus because I see, because there's some people who just like, because even just like friends I was talking to, they're like, you doing what? You moving where? I can never see myself. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can do it if it's something that you really want to do. And then sometimes it's not the moving abroad piece. Sometimes it's just getting on track to things, where they are at home.
So if someone wants a reading now, what do they do?
They can go to thealignmentarchitect.com and they can go on there and book me. I have two websites. I have the Alignment Architect and then I have AminahHanan.com. You can go there and you can do it. You can contact me.
And they're both linked on your link tree?
Yes, they're both linked on my link tree. Yes. If you drop the link in my link tree, and then I have if you join my mailing list there, I have some things coming up. I'm going to partner with another Exodus Summit sister. We're going to do like a spring equinox event workshop, a planning workshop. Because we figure by everybody, just your rebirth and restarting doesn't start in January because we should be resting and sleeping. And especially if we're in America where it's cold in some parts of America. But by the spring equinox, everybody's done all the New Year's resolutions. They figured out what's not working. They're trying to figure out what works. So we're going to have a workshop. Brittany and I, we're going to have a workshop for that coming up. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And if you join our mailing list, you'll find out more information. And I have some sister circles coming up. If you join the mailing list, I can send you that information. And it's going to be fun. We're going to come and get it.
Link to all of that is in the description. Aminah, something you just said. Oh, tell us about your obsession with planners and how you wasted all my rent money on planners.
Okay, how I erased your rent money? Did you buy planners?
Don't worry about them details. Just share about your obsession.
Did you get caught up on cloth and paper? You got caught up?
I did not. I shall not get caught up on planner foolishness. But tell everybody else about the plannerness of it all.
I have an obsession with planners, and it stems back from because I went to a private Catholic school growing up. And back in the day, like everybody wore the same uniform, so it's like your notebooks, your J's, whatever, your hats. That's what distinguishes you because you're all wearing the same outfit. So I just became obsessed with planning because I was like, I need to know what's going on, keep up with my assignments, keep up with my little social life when I was younger. So it just I kind of parlayed it until now that I'm older, and I still do it. Like I still have this is one of my planners now. I still have a planner. I still write things down. I still journal every day. I still, it helps me keep on track of things. And there's like a whole community of like women who are like 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. And we're into our planners. And it's fun. And there's so many different aspects of planning. It's not just about like keeping a schedule. That's the fun part about it.
I want to talk to y'all, my audience, about when people, I'm not going to use the word lie because that wouldn't be accurate. It wouldn't be kind. I'm going to say when they leave things out of the story. Aminah said, I still have a planner. How many planners do you have in active rotation right now, Aminah?
I want to say maybe 3, maybe 4.
She's working on 4 planners right now at the same time, talking about, I still have a planner.
But also because I'm getting ready for 2026. So.
Are these not the same 4 planners you had before? Because last time I asked you had 4 planners you were working on.
These are my 2025 planners, but now I'm setting up my 2026 system.
And how many planners will you be using in 2026?
It'll probably be the same, like 4.
So when you say I still have a planner, what you mean is you thought I wasn't going to call you out? Is that it?
The planner girlies, they get it. Like they get it. Like we It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
I
Paper,
don't.
pens, pencils, it's a lot of fun.
Did y'all hear earlier when I asked her how many of the suitcases were for planners, and she said one. It was one suitcase just for. Was there anything else in that suitcase except for planner stuff?
My planner, all my stationery supplies, my planners, my markers, my pens, my pencils, my little carrying cases. I have like some camera equipment in there too. So it's like a lot of different stuff. Believe me, I had a couple of suitcases packed and I left like most of that stuff.
Y'all be on the wrong team
That's you on
regularly.
the right team. That's right, Tantric Gourmet. Thank
Regularly on the wrong team. So Aminah, okay, follow-up question. What happened to your, I didn't know this existed, y'all, but Aminah had a planner membership. Did you, and I asked her when she was downsizing if she was going to discontinue it. And you, last time we talked, you said no. What did you decide about that?
I discontinued it. And I think that everything like kind of synced up because like Black Friday, for if you're in a cloth and paper community, it's a great community. It's owned by Black women. The Black Friday sales are like a big deal. And because I was in the midst of moving, Stephanie, leave me alone. Because I was in the midst of moving, I kind of like, I didn't get a chance to like really get into it. So I said, okay, I ended my last box in October. I didn't get November or December's box. Well, for my birthday, I may, because they ship to Mexico. So I may go. And plus I have a walk-in mailbox too. So I may go ahead and get restarted. We'll see.
So when's your birthday?
In April 26th.
Okay. Oh, Taurus?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You got me a little bit more on your team again, but y'all be doing planner member.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
listen,
Listen, I'll do some pretty pens and one planner. You keep it all stuff in different books. How do you stay organized?
Because it makes you engage. When you do the membership, you get new stuff and like reinfuse it, invigorates you, and it makes you want to use your planner. It's fun.
How do you manage having 4 different planners? This is so off topic, but I'm just amazed.
I have this one. I use it for like my catch-all, but it stays at home because it has my journal in it too. Because it has like 400 pages in the back of it to like journal. Then I have like the one I carry with me, which is like a smaller planner. Then I have like my book planner, which like I track my reading. Then I have one where I track like my shows and my movies that I watch and just like thoughts on that. Then I have like my household planner, stuff like bills, like to let my husband know what's going on with different things, stuff like that. Mm-hmm.
Didn't you, last time we talked, you mentioned, I think, something about work, which was not in your catch-all.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a work planner before?
Yeah, when I worked in corporate, I had a work planner. But now that I'm not in corporate, I just keep everything. I keep like client stuff and just like notebooks. I have notebooks for each client.
But you said 5 planners right then, right? Not 4.
Okay, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. So like, are you writing multiple things? Like, does your house planner and your catch-all planner have the same stuff, but like your husband doesn't look at the?
Nah, like my catch-all planner is like personal things that I have to do for myself, like things that I'm thinking about, like nuisance things I want to work on. There's like a goal section that has like 60 goals you can attack. Then it has like weekly, daily, monthly, quarterly, someday goals. So it helps me like plan it. Oh, I'm gonna have a Spanish planner next year. I planned out my lesson plan for my Spanish lessons, and I have a Spanish plan.
So that'll be 6 planners.
Stop counting.
I once gave I was talking to my boss once about a number of items, and she was like, don't make me do math. And I was like, baby, we counting. We just count. It's not even, we haven't even hit 10. We're just, she was like, I don't want to do math. And I was like, we are counting 1, 2, 3, 4. And we haven't gotten to 10 yet. But you're right. Numbers don't matter. But you are doing your spring equinox workshop is going to be about planning, involve planning.
It's going to be about a lot of things. It's going to be about Brittany going to kill me because I'm not supposed to talk about this yet. But I'm just going to give a little thing. We're going to do a thing about like creating like your own personal lore, which is like when people need to, you need to be like looking into like how you are having your life, how are you remembering things, how are you setting things up. What story are you even, because your planner is kind of like an account of your life. And, especially if you have like family or children, like how are you documenting that? And how are you becoming excited about your own life? Then there's going to be parts about like art planning, and then just like planning, just like with the rhythm of life. So we're going to have a few things that we're going to talk about. It's going to be a fun little time.
Okay. Okay. So many of y'all are saying y'all have multiple planners, and I can't get one planner going and keep it going all year long. I'm just very confused about how y'all do it 3 or 4. But that was not the point of this video. I don't know how we got here, but Aminah and her
Gil, I do have a house purse bag, handbag, and planner bag. I do. I have a bag for my
house purse.
Yeah, with my planners.
I missed that comment. Okay, no, stop, please. People in the comments, please let me know if you have a house purse / house handbag. We're not, because I have never in my life thought about, even conceptualized the idea of having a house purse. So Gail's vote don't count because Gail was already, I guess it does count. Gail was the one who brought it up. Any of the rest of y'all? Is Aminah insane? Tell me. End the video here. Are Aminah and Gail on an island by themselves?
No, Brittany's here. A lot of us are here.
Let me say you crazy, girl. I have a so-called house purse, very important stuff in it. Gail says I'm in a 1-bedroom, so I don't need one now. A house? Show us your house purse, girl.
I can't pick it up. It's over there.
You can't pick it up because it's far, not because it's too heavy.
It's heavy. It's heavy. I changed when I got here. I went to the market. Like those little bags that's like woven. Yeah. I don't know if it's like plastic or straw, or whatever. I got one of those big bags, and so I just kind of dumped everything in there.
Lindsay, I am Lindsay. Lindsay is me. I am confusion. What is in your house handbag, house purse, house bag that's so heavy that you can't pick it up? Y'all, this is why I show up every Sunday. What's in the bag?
I have my planners. I have like pins. I have like my different little pouches are in there. I have like little pouch with toiletries. It's just a lot of stuff. I have my iPad lives in there, which is what I read with. It's just a lot of stuff. And if I decide, like if I want to take it up to the roof or take it somewhere, I'll take some stuff out to make it not as heavy. And then inside there, I have like a little case. There's like my little acrylic markers are in there. So. And then so I don't have to keep, like, if I don't have, like, if I'm not in the office, I don't have to keep running up and down, Yeah, phones, etc. Yeah, stuff like that. All that stuff is in there. Maybe a bottle of water.
So you pack a bag so that you can take it with you when you travel through the home.
No, it's just my house bag.
Right. Traveling through the home, you take it with you, or?
Yeah, if I want to go, like if I want to sit at the kitchen table and do something, I'll bring the bag over here. If I want.
But you said the bag is too heavy to pick up.
It's not a junk drawer. I have a junk drawer. It's not a junk drawer. It's too heavy now because I have a bunch of stuff in there.
Now, I'm gonna tell you, there are things about this that sound attractive because I be carrying things in the house in my hands, right? There
Yeah.
are things about it. But
See,
I'm
Prophet
also
Mother, she has a bag right next to her bag. See, I have a house purse. That's right, black women. Come out. Talk about your house purses. See, crocheting a blanket. Yep. Yep.
a bag of my crochet tools with maybe something else in there, like the iPad, the watch, and the phone for the pattern.
Chargers.
Get
Yep.
that. Chargers in there too.
Sometimes I throw a laptop in there. Depends on what I'm doing today. It just depends. It just makes it easier. So I'm not like running back and forth. You know, it's just like everything is right there.
I am so fascinated by how Black women live their lives because I have never
Earbud.
in my life considered a bag inside the house just to move things from one place to the next.
Mm-hmm. You have to have your stuff for sure. See, a rolling cart. I used to have a rolling cart before when I lived in like, because my old house didn't have steps. It was a condo. But this is like 3 flights of steps, baby. I'm not trying to be, but I still had a purse there too. I'm not trying to be running around with no cart. That's right. You always know where it is.
I bet you don't always know where it is.
I do. Because right now it lives in the living room. Unless I take it
So why
upstairs.
not just leave that stuff in the living room and take out what you need?
Because I may want to go to my bedroom. I want to come in the dining room and work. It just depends.
And so when you're in the living room, you're doing living room stuff, and you're like, it's time to go to the bedroom. You always pick up the house bag and take it with you to the bedroom.
No, sometimes I'll just leave it down here. If my husband comes down, or he's down here, I'll let him carry it up because it's heavy. So I let him carry it up. But sometimes I'll just take like now I'm at the table. I just have like my little case with my stuff in it. I have my phone. That's it. So it just depends.
Like, y'all don't understand. I have never in my life seen or been in the presence and recognized that I was in the presence of a house bag, and I've never considered putting all the things
Stop saying no.
picking up things and moving. And
And
so
also,
many of you have house bags. And
yeah,
I've never
I think it's like it depends on like the size of like where you live, because it's like you don't want to be downstairs and need something, have to go upstairs and get it. You don't have to walk all the way down the hall to get it. You don't want to do
so you
that.
take everything with you just in case you might need it?
If I'm working or planning that day, or if I'm doing some writing or something, yes, I have like my free writer in there. It's like, girl, it's a bunch of stuff, and I have an extra small mini screen in there. It's a bunch of stuff in there. Yes, we should start a thread.
Y'all better not. All right. Alyssa says her daughter has one of basket to dump all her stuff in. It makes it easier to transition from one purse to another. I have one of those. I have a purse basket by my door. When I'm emptying out my purse, I take everything out, put it in the basket. When I'm taking the next purse, I'll put it in. But I don't travel with that stuff from room to room.
They get it. See, as an artist, she gets it. Like you need your stuff. Yeah.
Almost Celeste. I started the process for a while where, like, if something didn't belong in the room, I put it in a basket for later. I discontinued that process to move to the room it belonged to, right? But y'all don't move it like y'all are packing up and going from room to room. And then you taking some stuff out. You can't, your bag is so heavy you can't pick it up right now.
Okay. It's got a bunch of stuff in there. Because I have all my 2026 stuff in there now, mixed with 2020. I'm archiving, taking stuff out, doing things. So I have like a whole, so it's, yeah. But my go bag is different. My go bag is different. Yeah.
This is genius or insane, and I cannot figure it out. I cannot, y'all. I don't know if you've ever seen me so astounded. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. This is genius or insane. Stephanie says no again, but she said you've created an emotional support purse.
No, it's my work. It's my work leisure bag. It's got everything. It has everything.
I don't think this is an ADHD hack. I don't think so. This does not feel like one. This feels like I think more emotional support. I need to have my things close to me.
No, because it's not like things that I cannot like live without. It's just that I'm planning, I'm working, I'm writing, I'm doing stuff like trying to figure out stuff like my calendars, what's going on for like Q1. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. And I just want to
put it all in a suitcase and roll it around, girl. Just roll it around. Put it in a suitcase.
When I was in nursing school, I did have my house bag was a rolling suitcase because I had so much heavy books back then. So yeah.
Never in my life, y'all, have I ever.
Thank you. It's a portable office. That's right. Stephanie, stop saying no. Say yes. Embrace the house first.
I think I'm with Lady Sarita. I don't even know if it's that organized or something else. There's genius or insane. I cannot call it. It feels like there may be some pathology. I don't know what's happening here. I thought y'all were going to be on my side that 5 planners and adding a 6 is probably too many, but y'all were not, and that's okay. But y'all being on the side of a house bag / house purse tells me I don't know y'all like I thought I did. I do not know y'all. What are y'all?
Genius. Thank you.
Kim, why would you do this?
Yes. Genius.
Yes. Now I told myself I was crocheting. And so I can see myself having a crochet bag that I move because you need the tools and the things.
Yeah, it would be the same thing. It would be the same thing.
The organization of my crochet things. You got chargers and pens and things and equipment and wait, no. That is not what I was gonna do. This is with it. I never considered making my junk drawer portable.
It's not a junk drawer. I have a junk drawer. I've been here a month and we have a junk drawer already. But it's not junk. It's actually things that I use. Like I'm not going to forget it. That's right. Planning requires tools too. That's right.
I want y'all to know.
Carmen.
From the bottom
Carmen. Carmen, no. Carmen.
Pause. From the very bottom of my heart, when I get on here and I start talking shit to my guests, there's only one side. My guest is wrong and I am right. Aminah is certifiable. And I'm so upset that those of y'all decided to agree with her. Y'all got to be certifiable too. Like this was not appropriate. All of you in the comments acting up for just abandoning me and rationality.
I got a hashtag Team Aminah.
Kim know I'll block her real quick. I don't know why she's playing with me, playing in my face. Mm-hmm. My sister actually uses a diaper bag because of all the pockets.
It's a thing, Rashida. It's a thing.
Literally never heard anyone ever say this before. Before Gail said you have a house bag / house purse, I had like when she said the combo of words, I was like, why are you making stuff up? But apparently, yeah, we just gonna move on. I don't know how to move on, but
I was a hospice nurse for 6 years, New Life. I was hospice nurse for 6 years. No, I didn't make it to the conference. I was too busy moving.
Nichelle is agreed. The way y'all be forsaking me in this time of irrationality, I don't understand. This is your first time in the chat and you cutting up? Yes, intellect. So cutting, like, this is not. I don't only work at my desk. I work at my computer. Sometimes I work in the bed too. But I take my laptop with me to the in my hand to the place, and then I bring it back. Usually sit on the couch. I bring it back to the couch. If I bring it to the bed, it's in the bed right now. I'm gonna bring it back to the couch, but not in a bag with the chargers and this and the that and the bop. I don't have a bag for it.
I know y'all cannot call me irrational, sis.
She said hashtag who. No. I have had a house. I live in multiple rooms. I have a house. I used to have a house with multiple levels and steps. And I have never in my life been familiar with this concept before. Black women will teach you anything, everything. A self-care planner at the yoga studio.
Yes.
Put in a bag along with your other 5 planners. You're moving. You're leaving the country. You can't bring. You're not going to do a suitcase full of planners and stationery supplies like Aminah. I know you're not, Kim.
Do a digital planner, Kim. Do a digital self-care planner.
Anyway, that went off the rails in a way that I was not expecting.
It's not an emotional support person. It's cracking me up.
Like, I don't even know. This feels like one of the most divisive moments I've ever had on this channel.
Okay, now you never heard of a planner conference? It's a conference.
What are they doing?
What are we doing at the planner conference?
Why are you having a planner conference?
Planner conferences are everything. Look on YouTube and look at, now it's one of them. I'm not gonna say their name, but it has a crazy name in it. Now that planner conference is crazy, but some of the other ones are really nice.
You don't just go to the store. Used to be Target. I guess it's not Target no more. And just pick up a planner for the year and be like, "This is cute. I'm gonna use this."
The paper is not as good. The paper quality is not the same. Once you've had good planner paper and once you've had a good pen, you can't go back to that cheap stuff.
Awkward Black Nomad went very quickly from irrational to planner conference. Sounds like a vibe. Stephanie said earlier, Aminah was hypnotizing y'all, and I think it's very clear this is happening.
I got my pendulum, so I can.
No.
Oh, no. Brittany's here. Hey, Brittany. Hey, Brittany.
They sell planners at the dispensaries. What are y'all?
It's a vibe.
Someone else says I'm attending Intellect and Self, so I'm attending the planner conference. We liked Black women having hobbies. What about a house bag is a hobby? That's really the planner conference side eye, but whatever. I don't see how planning itself is the hobby. I don't get planning as a hobby.
It's a hobby. It's a hobby.
This is not me saying it's not a hobby. I'm saying I don't get it as a hobby. But the house bag is not a hobby. The house bag just gonna hurt your back.
That's why my husband carried it when it get heavier. I take stuff out.
I don't understand what you need to bring from room to room that is so heavy that like your husband has to carry it. Like that's what I don't get. Like
it's because I'm archiving 2025 and getting ready for 2026. That's why.
So why is that just a moment? Sit down, do it. and then come back to where it was.
Because it's not something that I can do in one sitting. I have to, and then I want to be on my couch. Maybe I want, like I said, maybe when I want to be outside. It just depends.
Okay, you know what? She's gonna be helping you out. This is part of the lore you'll be working on. I'm kidding. In her spring equinox workshop.
No, it's not. That's not part of it, guys. It's gonna be fun.
I'm giving her a hard time. What are your thoughts on digital planners? Since we're here, we're talking about it, and the New Year's right around the corner.
I use digital planner as a backup for work and client stuff, but like for my personal stuff, I just do analog stuff, pen and paper, just pen and paper. Digital just for work and client stuff, just in case something gets lost. But other than that, pen and paper. Oh, Passion Planner has it. I need a discount. I need an affiliate link. Passion Planner has a good digital planner. They have a great digital planner, and they do good work too. Women owned. They do good work too.
Okay, I see. What I have seen more than anything today is that every single member of my YouTube community has turned their back on me in favor of women. So I was planning on meeting with y'all today, but I don't think I'm going to do it. I think my feelings are too hurt to talk to y'all on Zoom in a little while. Because this is insane. What'd you say, Aminah?
Octavia says she wants a house purse blog. I'll do it like a stack of my planners. I'll do a planner stack for 2026 and show you guys my house purse.
And we can show it. You won't even show it to us now.
I know, because it's not ordered. It's kind of sloppy, and I want y'all to see. And it's heavy, and I want to get up and walk over it. But I'll show you.
This was supposed to be a talk about San Miguel de Allende.
But this is all part of San Miguel. This is all a part of what's going on.
Everybody in San Miguel is insane? Is that what it is? Okay, y'all. I give up. This is not, it's not even, we're not getting anywhere. We'll have to agree. I never agree to disagree because I usually don't care that much. But we don't have to agree to disagree because this has been a challenging conversation for me. And I am a maximalist. I believe in having stuff. I like my stuff. I'd never considered a house bag. Now, if you come over and see a house bag, don't be surprised. But I've never.
When you move, I'm gonna buy you one for your new house. I'm gonna buy you a house.
It is. My new home is 5 levels. So. I don't have a house bag. Like chargers, I keep a charger everywhere I would need to charge a thing.
See, I don't just want them everywhere. I want,
Okay. Tori says, send me pics of your house bag. She still has sent me pics of her husband. So, I'm not really expecting much. I'm still not expecting much because, like I said, we have no proof of a husband. She could just be hypnotizing us with this house bag conversation.
When you meet him, you're going to be like, oh, he's so nice.
I'm sure he's a lovely man in your imagination. Real life, meet him on the rooftop. Okay, friends. We got way off track. What is something about San Miguel that we should talk about as we wrap this up?
I want to say that I think that San Miguel we already know it's a really soft landing place. I think that depending on which community you live in and what you do, if you're an artist or doing any type of spiritual work, I think it's a great place. It's nice and quiet. The people here so far have been really nice. The locals and most of the expats have been really nice. And I think if you are looking for a place to move to in central Mexico that has great weather, like I said, it's a soft landing, I think you should at least come and visit and stay at Casa Elm and see if it's for you.
Okay. Now what? Y'all are acting up in the comments. What you said? Great weather. What is the weather right now?
Right now, I think it's like 70 something. It's 71, and it's a high of 74 today.
And what's
And
the weather in Chicago today?
I don't know, something ridiculous like 20 degrees, probably snowing. I don't even look at Chicago weather anymore because I can't. And I've only been here a month, and when I see people like I was watching TikTok and this man had on like a coat and two hats, I just bristled like, ooh. So,
Okay, so 50 degrees warmer.
mhm.
All right, that's boycotting winter.
Yep.
That's what we came to do. Um, Exodus Summit meetup in January because December is functionally over, right?
Yes.
In San Miguel. And if you're coming to San Miguel, holler at Aminah. Aminah is in our Exodus ASAP community as one of our community managers. You can reach her at hello@exodusasap.com. Or you can reach, if you're in Exodus ASAP, you can just DM her in the app. Anything else? And she does readings. We found out, even though she never told me before. And she has the links to her business in the description if you want to work with her.
It's come through. It's the new year coming up. I know you guys have things that you want to get clarification on. If you have some goal setting, some planning you want to do for the new year, whether it involves moving abroad, hit me up. Hit me up.
Okay. All right. I love that people are resonating with your brand of life. All right, y'all. Okay, members, we are going to meet up, but I'm keeping this one short, like 30 minutes. I'll send you the link soon. It'll be like in 5 minutes. We'll meet up. If you're part of my YouTube membership, you will get that alert. Everybody else, thanks for coming. I will see you guys next week. The 21st? Sure. Next week. Aminah will be all over the Exodus communities, wherever you are. If you want to reach out to her, you don't need a house bag. And on that, I'll say goodbye. Bye. Bye.